Welcome back. The Nifty is down close to 60 points odd, but the mid-cap index is as flat as can be. Ahead of the big event, it's a good time to get into D-Street chatter. Nimesh joins us. Nimesh, what are you picking up with regard to the flows picture ahead of that big event? And yesterday, as you told us, the FIs, they were going to show us the money and big buy number coming in. Bang on.
Nigel, looks like even today they'll show the big numbers. So, if not big numbers, but there'll be a positive bias, is what I understand from the dealing room. So that's that apart. A bit skittish going into a big event. We have a big macro event to watch out for tomorrow. India markets will get to react only tomorrow morning. So that's something to watch out for. I guess, as I said, flows are positive and again biased towards the financial. So that's where the money is chasing. But I guess even within financial, it's a shift from the outperformers to the underperformers. So money is shifting towards HDFC Twins, the small and mid-cap banks which have really underperformed from the likes of ICICI Bank and Axis Bank in the last many days. So that's the clear shift towards within the financials. I guess the important thing to watch out is the reactions to the earnings misses. That shows that the market is well priced. Any miss, and you'll see sharp reaction, and that's showing up in many of those individual names even in today's state. So that's something to watch out for even going forward. So I guess that's where the market seems to be a bit nervous, that there is no room for disappointment in the large cap names, even in the mid cap and small cap names. So that's something to watch out. Apart from financials, there is selective buying again, so to speak, the follow-up buying in many of the large cap names. So today, for example, Pharma stands out, some bit of metal name stands out. So that's where some bit of buying seems to be from the larger institutions. I guess the other big important point to watch is the outperformance in the mid cap and small cap space. That has relatively outperformed today. So that shows the breadth is positive, and there is participation as well from the retail and HI investors. So that's playing out in the mid cap space. But the screen may look a bit weak, but there is buying selectively into the financial names, and some large banks, large mid cap, large non-nifty names are again bought into. So that's the overall picture from the flow point of view.
All right, and Nimesh, that fits in perfectly, right? The FIs, they're coming in big time, and the HDFC Twins are holding steady as well. And they are the ones that got absolutely hammered when they were selling big time. But what about other stocks? What are you picking up?
So in terms of individual names, the first stock is Crompton Consumers. That stock has been consolidating after the Q2 earnings. But now I believe there's going to be a large block deal very soon. A potential clean-out trade in Crompton Consumers very soon. So that's something to watch out in days to come. So that's the first one. The second stock is Pharma. That stock today is locked at 5% upper circuit. Yesterday there was a huge volumes. The MSCI flows change hands, and I believe some of the smart HNI investors bought into yesterday's weakness, and they've been biased today as well. So there is now HNI interest back in Pharma. So that's the second one. The third stock is Bharti Airtel. That surprisingly is down 3% in today's trade, purely on back of selling pressure from the larger FIs. So for the second day running, I believe some long-only funds are selling out of Bharti Airtel, largely profit booking, and hence that stock is under pressure today. And the last stock is Tourism Finance. This is an interesting one. There was a large block deal, almost 6.3% equity exchange hands, and there I believe the promoter entity, basically there are a couple of promoters who are seeking to reclassify and remove themselves as promoters, and that entities have sold in Tourism Finance today. So watch out for disclosures in Tourism Finance, but I believe the promoter entities were seller in today's block.
All right, Nimesh, thanks so much for that. And the good news, Nimesh, is as we had that chat, India's moved closer to around the 185, 190 runs mark on. So hopefully we end up on top even today. That's with regard to the match that we're playing against Bangladesh. So back to you guys. Final 20 minutes to wind down in terms of market action as well.
Absolutely. And just another word on Bharti today. We had